I think. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of AM Minnesota. We're going to visit with Barb Larson today. I thought we were going to visit with Nort. I did do a post about visiting with Nort. In fact, I talked to Nort yesterday about being on the show. We went over a game plan about what we were going to discuss and everything. But it's delightful that we have Barb with us.
Well, thanks, Gordy. Sorry to disappoint.
No, you didn't.
I'm not Nort, but he is meeting with his Main Street board, and they're making some plans for 2017. So his next visit is going to, he'll have the ability to share what's going to be happening in Main Street in 2017. So important work that needed to be done,
right.
Some planning and getting things on people's calendars. Because as we all know, there's more things to do than there is time, and so people can see the calendar and prioritize and get it on their calendar and attend some of the great events that go on downtown in our Main Street area.
And in the community, for example, you sent out a reminder about the ribbon cutting up at the Mayo facility today.
Yeah, that has been a huge multi-million-dollar expansion, economically great for Faribault and for the patients. And on the District 1 Alina Healthcare campus. So we really are fortunate in Faribault that between Mayo and Alina, orthopedic and fracture, and some of the other specialty clinics, we have everything here to take care of us and keep our bodies in tip-top shape.
Cancer Care Center up on,
yeah.
Which is so
isn't that
much
an
of a
amazing
blessing.
place? Hope I never have to visit it, but aren't we lucky to have it here?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of friends who unfortunately have contracted cancer and have to undergo treatments, but it's so nice to have it right here in town.
It is, and the specialty physicians and doctors that come in to see people for oncology or come in and look at radiology or cardio care, urology, just a number of things. We're so lucky that between the Alina and Mayo systems here, we have that at our fingertips. And when you think of the people, in other areas that have to drive for great health care or just don't have it accessible, we are just so blessed and so fortunate here.
So this ribbon cutting is part of an open house, which starts at 4, right?
It does, 4 to 6:30. You can see the new facility. You can have a tour. You can meet some of the staff. And then we'll do the ribbon cutting at 5 o'clock, and there are some light refreshments that will be served.
It will be indoors, the ribbon cutting.
It will be, absolutely, it will be indoors. I'm a kind of take it for the team, whatever the people want to do for their ribbon cutting. But I've already spoken with Stephanie Olson from the Mayo Health System, who is their marketer and PR director, and we've agreed that inside is going to be better. They don't want to be treating any frostbite. I
was just going to say they could be treating frostbite if they did it outside.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, Fairway and their
Fairway Spirits and More is doing the grand opening in the location connected to the grocery store.
Picked a bad time though, 9:30 in the morning. That's the time this goes on the air,
Oh, rats. Well, for those of us that will be there, I'm hoping that they might have a little something for us to sample, start our day.
Yeah, I never thought of that, yes.
Actually, we at the chamber, there are businesses that think it's okay. We don't drink when we're at work. Coffee, water, soda, pretty much our thing. So, but John Pentecost and his staff at Fairway have put together this really nice ribbon cutting, and some of their management staff from Iowa will be coming, and so come and check out the new Fairway liquor. It's beautiful. I've seen just a little bit of it, and another great shopping option to shop local in Faribault.
We'll be visiting with Laura Sterling that day from the Faribault West Mall about the Faribault Youth Center.
Oh yeah, what a cool thing for youth to be able to have a place to go. I know that they're looking for some volunteers and some donations, and here again, you hear people that say there's nothing for kids to do. Well, here's another great option, inside, out of the cold, out of the elements, and basically free.
Yeah, we're going to take a little break here, come back, talk to Barb about what's happened this year, what's happening next year. Faribault Area Chamber. They got all kinds of great things planned, I'm sure.
I mean, you're a big boy. You can take care of yourself, but...
I'm going to try and get my cousin to go with me.
Oh, there you go. That'd be awesome.
I'm going to do some research on our grandfather.
You know, I had a cousin that did that and found out that we had some of our relatives in Germany that were persecuted in Auschwitz, that there was some Jewish... And she wrote this Christmas card with all this stuff about Auschwitz and the gas. Oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
What the heck kind of Christmas card is that?
No, I don't want to know that.
No.
Give me a call at 507-383-3927. Let Fragrance Seed boost more farm income in 2015.
Getting in Minnesota, we have Barb Larson with us from the Faribault Area Chamber of Commerce. 2016 is about ready to go out the window, Barb.
I know. Where did it
Out the
go?
window. So what happened to 2016 is what I want to know.
Crazy year. Crazy busy. We are so fortunate. We have members that support us in so many ways. Financially, of course. You know, we're a nonprofit organization that's funded by membership. But volunteers. Our members are just so generous in allowing some of their staff members to take time off and come in and work events and help us on committees. We couldn't do the work we do, of course, without financial support, but if we didn't have our volunteers, we would fall flat on our face. So really feeling fortunate that we have such a great membership base.
Did you add a number of members in
We
2016?
did. I believe we're right about 485. And I can tell you that about 85% of our membership is small business, and that by the SBA is 5 or fewer employees. So a lot of small business in Faribault.
You mean if you have 10 employees, it's not considered a small business?
It's not.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. Crazy, huh?
I think so.
Yeah. So we have about 85% of our members are small business owners, and many are family-owned business. Actually, next year, 2017, our board chair at the Chamber is going to be Mr. Nate Chappie
Yes.
from Chappie Jewelers.
He's pretty excited, I know.
I know, third-generation family business on Main Street. Just a stellar businessman, a community advocate, works hard for the betterment of Main Street and Faribault in general. So he and his wife Amy are doing just a tremendous job in the store, and Grandpa Ernie and Pat, Nate's dad, would be so proud.
I know Pat is proud.
Yeah, absolutely, as he should be. Yeah. So Nate is going to be our board chair. We've been fortunate that this year we had Joe Cullinan, the store director at Hy-Vee, in our leadership role as chair, and he's led us through no major turmoil this year. Pretty quiet in that area, but aggressive with events and getting out and meeting people and getting our name out. There's a number of people that don't know what the Chamber is or what the Chamber does. And we're a membership organization that supports and advocates for business. And advocacy is really what we want to be known for. However, our events, which is okay, our events is what we're known for. You know, the Chamber does the Taste of Faribault, the Chamber does the Business Expo, the Chamber does Manufacturing Week. So those are all great things to have our name connected to, but advocacy really as a business organization is what we want to be known for. And of course, anyone that's been around Faribault for the last 30 years would know Kim Anderson, our president, who served as a Faribault City Council woman, I think the first City Council woman.
And worked here for a number of years.
Yeah, I've heard some stories about that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all good.
Okay.
All good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Anyway, Kim, I believe, was the first female elected to City Council and served several terms, and of course worked at KDHL and has been our chamber president for the last, I want to say, 18 years. I know it's more than 15.
Sounds about right.
And advocacy is really top in her wheelhouse. She will go with members to city council meetings, to county commissioner meetings, will contact lobbyists if there's something on a state or federal level. And so we really feel like with the staff that we have and the different strengths in different areas, we can pretty much take care of any issue that a member has. And I would encourage anyone that isn't a member of our chamber, if there's something troubling you or you have questions on something, please give us a call. We do, of course, advocate for our members, but any business in Faribault is vital and important to our economic growth, and we would welcome a call.
85%.
Yeah, so
Small business defined as 5 or fewer employees.
yes. I know. I find that a little indifferent, if that's a word I want to use.
5 or fewer. Wow.
Yeah. Well, when you look at, for example, Nate Chappie, he's a small business. But then on the end of the block, Burkhart's Shoes is not a small business.
You mean Nate has...
5 or fewer.
He does?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not counting his dad,
No.
who works there part-time?
Yeah, no.
So
It's
part-time,
really...
these are
it's
full-time
full,
employees?
full-time equivalent,
Okay,
yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things, it's not a piece that we had any hand in creating the criteria for what defines a small business. But we follow the rules, and so...
Yeah, I would consider Burkhart's as a small business.
But not so by counting...
SBA.
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
there it goes.
Well, you want to give us some dates here next year?
Well,
What you got coming?
I didn't bring dates,
Well,
but
you didn't.
but I can tell you what we have coming up.
Okay.
So we have our annual membership appreciation gala, and that's our annual meeting. That's February 4th at the American Legion.
Well, there's a date.
I have a couple. And so we will be saying farewell to, farewell as board chair to Joe Cullinan, who served us so well this year. And we'll be welcoming in Nate Chappie as our board chair. And Joe will stay on our executive committee for a year or two. And
So do you hand a key to the city to the new person, or how does that work?
we have a gavel, actually, that we get engraved with the board chair's name and the year that they were the board chair. And then when they depart from us, they get the artwork that we used for our business award recipients with their name on it and the plaque that says Board Chair 2016. So it's a very nice piece for them to hang, and it connects to the year that they served. So I should say that in 2017 we have determined our theme for the year. This year in 2016 it was We Are Faribault, We Are Faribault, We Are Faribault. And so it was bringing everyone together, accepting our differences, working between issues, and becoming one as a community. And it has been successful. So in 2017, we've decided on the theme, It's Our Time. It's our time for what? It's our time to be a community as one, to be a healthy community, to be respectful, to be loyal, to be honest.
To move forward.
To move forward, to shop local. So it's our time. It's always our time, but it kind of came to be that with Nate being in the jewelry store, in the timepiece, the hour time, the O is a face of a clock.
Yeah.
And so the watchmaker that they are there, it's our time. It's just kind of fitting into the jewelry business. So we're looking forward to using that in a lot of different events, and you'll see It's Our Time many places throughout 2017. It's very cool. Dave Carell and Ann Millier from Brushwork, always creatively, we give them some ideas and they run with it and come up with something fabulous for us. And once again, we're pleased as punch to have them created the artwork for us.
You've seen it?
Yes, I've seen it.
So it's going up on the website first of the year, I would guess.
Actually, I believe it's on the events page for the Chamber Gala.
Right now?
I believe
okay.
so. If not, it will be when I get back to work.
Okay.
It should be on there. So we're very proud of it. So 2017, the gala is in February, and then we're going to have our expo in April, and this will be our 26th year, and we are going to be making changes. We're looking at moving it to a Saturday. It's been a very successful event for Faribault, and more so business-to-business networking, but we want to make it more consumer-based, consumer-friendly. So we're thinking, I have a think tank meeting coming up between Christmas and New Year's with a group, and we're looking at making it on a Saturday, maybe from 11 to 4, and having a little bit of home show addition, having some food trucks in the parking lot. We're at the ice arena. People could come get something to eat, visit with the vendors, and maybe there would be some people that had some, maybe Faribault Farm and Home would want to come with some lawn tractors, or have an outside booth. So look for some changes for the expo. Nothing set in stone there, but we're looking at a Saturday versus a Thursday.
Sounds interesting.
Yep, and then we'll have our business awards in May, where we have traditionally honored a small business, a large business, and then a business of the year. Some changes coming there as well. We're looking at some of the criteria that we're going to change as business has evolved over the years. Adding a few new awards, maybe an entrepreneurial award, maybe a outstanding business executive award.
Website of the year, something
Oh,
like that.
I'm going to write that down. That wasn't on my list, Gordy.
Well, it's today's
I like
times.
it. I like it. I like it. So, some changes coming there, and then we will do the best of the best at the Rice County Fair in July. Our egg committee, of course, very hardworking, aggressive folks. Mr. Jerry Grosskreutz here from KDHL graces that committee with his presence and his knowledge. So they'll do their event at the fair in July. The Chamber Golf Tournament is also in July. And then in September will be Taste of Faribault, and I don't think we'll see too many changes with that. It's been really, really successful, and I don't know too many people that go away disappointed after Taste of Faribault.
How could you?
I know.
You have to be anorexic or something, I think.
Right. You need to bring your goodie bag to fill to take home lunch for tomorrow and the next day. And then
I never thought of that.
I know, isn't it awesome? And we've got we've now the last few years included our beverage liquor store providers, and this last year F-Town was there. So it's always nice to taste a wine or a beer or something that you wouldn't maybe buy until you've had a taste, because I don't know about you, but I've occasionally bought a bottle of wine and got it home and had a glass and thought, well, this is not what I was expecting. Not good. So down the drain it goes. Or
I mean, you don't use it in your cooking or something?
Well, depending what kind of wine it is, but yeah, I would put it in cooking, but typically if I won't drink it, I wouldn't cook with it. So, opportunity to taste some new things, and for their distributors to get out and meet folks and push a little bit of what is new, and keep us on the edge of finding new favorites. Then in October, excuse me, we'll have our manufacturing month again, and that is when we bring our local manufacturers together for kind of a summit and talk about changes and what's going on. And we connect that with Faribault Public Schools and BA and Discovery Public, and we ask them to send some students who are interested in manufacturing who may not be four-year college students. And we put them on buses and we take them to the manufacturers to tour, and they can see firsthand that the new jobs in manufacturing are high tech, and they're not the old dirty jobs that Grandpa maybe did, and they can assess their skill set. And we have a wonderful partnership with South Central College, who has brought back so many of the manufacturing and hands-on tech pieces that Mike Gramsey many years ago was instrumental with the Tool and Die program. And I know that welding is back, bigger and better than ever. Mechatronics is new, CAD, Tool and Die. Carpentry is, we're going to see, there's a first-year carpentry class again, first time in, oh my gosh, I don't know how many years. So lots of great things going on at the college to help the student that isn't, like I said, a 4-year student that maybe needs either just a class or maybe a 2-year degree in something technical. My grandson actually is a first-year student at South Central College in the mechatronics program, and he wants to go into some form of manufacturing, whether it's CAD or tool and die or just, I'm not even sure of all the opportunities that he's going to have, but very grateful for South Central College in Faribault.
You just got married at 12, Barb, if you have a grandson in college.
Oh, you're just so kind, Gordy. I'm older than you think.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway, and then we'll have our Ag Biz lunch, our fall lunch, where the Agriculture Ag Committee invites all of their farmer friends and thanks them for all the food and wonderful things they put on our plate, and the things that they can do with corn now, the gas and all those things. And then they have a really great speaker who talks about changes in the industry or what's going on, and that kind of ends it for us. But a couple other things just quickly. This is the 20th year of our Faribault's Future Leadership Program. We have just a stellar class this year. 20 individuals from various businesses in the community, and they're working hard to live up to the reputation of previous classes. I'll just put out there that rumor has it that 2012 was the best class ever.
You were in that class, I think.
No. I've facilitated the program for 10 years. But anyway, 2012, we have some good friends in there. Todd Sesker from the Faribault Public Schools was in that class. Carrie Vigasaw from Minnesota Academies. Our own Jillian Methune, who's now moved to Eugene, Oregon. Kim Clausen from City Hall. Corey Karen, Mercury, Minnesota. Terry Mischke, South Central College. Some folks that were in that class that just continue to give into the community, which is what the purpose of the program is to learn about the community and where can you bring your strengths. So 20th year, and the class is working hard and has selected a project. Every year the Faribault's Future class does a project, and I don't want to spill the beans on what their project is, but
oh, shoot.
Well, I can tell you it has something to do with Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to let them share their news. That's kind of their news to tell, so I don't want to say any more than that.
Well, we had Todd Markman and Dee Bjork on the other day talking about the Faribault Foundation. Of course, his class started that.
Yeah, isn't that great? He was the first class, actually. So I will tell you that the Faribault's Future class, the 20th class now that will have their commencement in 2017, is going to, with their project, is going to involve all the alumni.
I was just
the
going to
last
say,
20 years.
Do you have a reunion planned?
Well, we do some alumni events, and the 20th year, this class is going to be inviting and hoping for engagement from the past participants of past 20 years, or 19 years. So, yeah, it's going to be very cool. Watch for great stuff. If you're an alumni and you're listening, watch for your invitation after the first of the year for what the project is going to be and how you can get on board and maybe re-engage in Faribault's Future.
Yeah, well, Vision 2040.
Yep. Our January class, actually, we're going to be hearing from Dave Wanberg, who is a city planner with the city of Faribault and who is an alumni of Faribault's Future. He's going to come and talk about project management and kind of explain a little bit how 2040 Vision, how that project came to be and what's going on with it. So lots of cool things. The other thing that I just want to touch on is our Y-Pro program, Young Professionals, and that is spearheaded by Haley Harn Warner from G&H Property Management, and they've done some really great things this year. The last great thing that they did that you just can't speak enough about was they did a clothing winter coat drive for children, and they had, I think, close to 1,000 boots and hats and mittens and coats and snow pants for young children, and they did a distribution. I want to say it was in early November, but I'm not going to be having you hold my feet to the fire on that when the distribution was, but they gave everything away in about 45 minutes. and there was no qualification. You just showed up if you needed something for your child. And so with the winter that it's starting to be, thank goodness for all the people that donated. They either went and bought coats and pants and boots, or they wrote checks so the committee could go and purchase. And there are some children that are probably feeling, or I should say, probably some moms and dads that are feeling pretty fortunate right now that their children have warm clothes to wear to school or to go out, because maybe they wouldn't have had that. It's very sad, but realistically there are so many people that don't have what we have, and we have to be willing to share and lend that helping hand, and the YPro group has done a phenomenal job filling that gap.
That's where the hour in its our time is
absolutely
all inclusive. Everyone is part of the community.
Yep.
This is our community.
Yeah. The other thing, of course, Nort Johnson not here today working with his Main Street board. The Chamber facilitates the Main Street program and is the management for the tourism department. And so Nort fills those shoes and is doing a great job. And we look for your input if there's anything that you'd like to see. Any questions you have, I encourage you to contact us at our office, 507-334-4381, or stop out. We're at 530 Wilson Avenue, or visit us on our website, www.faribaultmn.org, and we'll get some information in your hands that you're looking for, or we'll listen to you and we'll see what we can do to help you out.
Sounds fantastic. You have a Merry Christmas, Barb.
You too, and I'd like to say to all of the listeners out there, thank you so much for supporting local business. You don't know what it means when you go through a door and spend your money locally. You're not only helping feed a local business owner's family, but their employees, and that money goes full circle in our community. So
it most certainly does.
Yeah.
That concludes today's edition of AM Minnesota.